Hey, I'm Griffin McElroy.
No, I don't think. That's not.
Hey, I'm Justin McElroy.
Yeah, I'm Travis McElroy.
And this is my brother and me, an advice show for the modern era.
You shot down some of my great intro ideas.
Yeah.
Because worried about, like, copyright and things. And
Oh,
right then...
They don't mind.
Yeah,
Kinda
I think
straight
they're
up.
okay with it.
Yeah, that's fair.
They're fine.
April Fools.
April Fools.
Is a table. I'm the right side of the table, Colin Parker.
I'm the better side of the table, Connor Gallinson.
And on the far side of the table, we actually got a fucking guest for once.
Yeah, we got...
Sucks.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame, actually.
Dylan counts. I'm taking over the far side.
Alright, so this is a Christmas episode since we're not filming on Christmas. Filming
work? No, recording.
Yeah, recording on Christmas.
And, as you know, Christmas is... It's a loving time. It's a time of giving. It's a time of joy.
It's a time of
it's
lawnmowers.
It's a time of lawnmowers. It's also apparently, since I've been on this podcast, the worst time of my life.
Yeah, Christmas sucks, dude.
Really?
So thanks to this podcast, it sucks.
Oh, this podcast
That's what I'm saying.
ruined
Yeah,
Christmas.
it has ruined Christmas.
Your homework assignment.
Yeah, no, I hope everyone else though is having a great Christmas.
I don't think I do anymore.
Yeah,
No, I mean that's not happening.
I want other people to suffer like we had to.
Well,
which is why we did the most suffering thing we could do at Christmas.
That's why I hate Christmas now.
I found what I consider the most Christmas movie that could be discussed.
Yes.
And I forced everyone else to watch it.
Yes.
And
yeah.
That was the hit, I think
2013.
2013.
We did watch the 2013 version.
Movie,
Tyler Perry's Christmas.
Yeah, you have to say Tyler Perry's Medea Christmas.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you'd assume another man made a Medea's Christmas.
That it's the official title.
Yeah.
So, right off the bat, I just want to say something about it.
Yeah, shoot.
I think the version that I watched and forced other people to watch with me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dylan. Was broken because about 20 minutes in, the middle part of the movie played.
Excuse me.
The middle part of the movie played about 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
And then it cut back seamlessly to the movie. And then the movie continued, and then the middle part played again.
Okay, yeah, I don't think you watched the movie as it was intended.
And you know what? Here's the thing that was messed up.
Yeah.
I didn't notice until it was playing again. And even then, once, the middle part was going again, a lot of people I was watching with were like, no, I'm pretty sure that's just the movie. So that was my experience.
Okay.
I just wanted to kind of get out of the gate
quick
with
question.
how that was.
So how are we are we doing like a recap of everything that happened with the movie, or are we just talking about it whole hog?
There is no way in hell that I could ever recap what happened in that movie.
Okay, so I guess we're just going to talk about the movie as events unfold.
So you've got a lot of notes there.
I do. I have a lot, because this movie was blowing my mind. There were a whole lot of things that I had to, do a spit take and, what the fuck is actually happening right now.
Yeah. That was, the whole movie.
Yeah, that was kind of the whole thing.
Okay, so I guess here's where we put the spoiler alert, and if you haven't watched a Medea's movie, this whole episode really isn't going to make a whole lot of sense.
I mean, we'll kind of explain the scenes as I remember them, but honestly, it doesn't really matter what we talk about.
Yeah, okay, so pause right now and watch a Medea's Christmas movie, and then tune back in right now. This did not work at all for anyone listening live.
Yeah, it did.
I mean, they're pausing real time.
Yeah. No, they just watched it really fast.
Honestly, that probably would help.
So, yeah.
So here's my biggest beef with Medea's Christmas movie. The whole fucking plot makes no goddamn sense.
Okay.
And here's specifically why it makes no sense. The whole point of the movie was that god-awful woman needed Madea to drive her to Alabama.
Yes.
Madea did not drive to Alabama. She was a passenger. She had no reason to go there whatsoever.
She was a passenger.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I had to pause the movie and then go and check to see if there was a scene I was missing.
Now,
because they do not take Medea's car. She does not drive there. And that was the whole reason she was going.
I mean, it could be Medea's car, just not driven by Madea.
No, it wasn't, because they specifically mentioned Medea's car was a Cadillac with 4 million miles on it. And they drove what was some kind of SUV.
I believe it was...
It's like a Range Rover.
I believe it was a Range Rover because of the product placement.
Yeah.
And also,
there was product placement.
Also, it was something about, like, that guy, the daughter's ex, I don't know anyone's names, besides Medea's. And the fact that someone's named Connor, but...
that got me pretty good.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
They also spelt it wrong.
They did spell it ER, which I was a little pissed about, but that's alright. I am an OR, and now everyone can find what I look like and immediately be disappointed in this podcast, but that's fine. There was also something like, he was going, so, like, they took his car?
Yeah.
Which
also brings up the question, how'd they even find each other? Like, there was no scene where, like, that woman meets the guy who's...
no bridge.
He just shows up and they're all driving together.
Now, I do also want to...
This movie is very fast and loose with what the audience will pay attention to.
I do also want to draw attention to the other... kind of an overarching plot point here. Was that about half of the movie was about, there's going to be drama because the daughter and myself are married. And both the parents are coming in, but the daughter's parents, which involves Madea, doesn't know that she's married to him. And it's like, that's where all the drama is. And then legitimately halfway through, it's like, the evil construction company.
Yeah, they really just kind of wheeled that in out of fucking nowhere.
To take Christ out of Christmas. And I was like, hey, excuse me.
That's where I thought I missed a chunk of the movie. Because
I missed all of that.
the whole
second half.
The whole other half of the movie.
Well, they kept bringing up this dam.
The dam
Did that just all skirt past you?
I was extremely drunk watching that. There's no way I could take something like that sober. I didn't think I was that gone, but I must have been, because they kept talking about Christ and Christmas. I'm like, where's this coming from now?
Yeah, I had to pay attention. I did my work.
I just want to mention real quick, it took us like 2.5 hours, maybe 3, to watch this hour and 40-minute movie.
What took you? How did...
My guest, which was Dylan and another friend of ours, had to keep stopping and just sort of doing anything else, like getting food, just sort of talking.
For whatever reason, I could only take the movie in like 20-minute bursts before I was like, I can't stand this. I need to do something else.
But I do really, really want to get back to this point, is that, apparently the whole thing was that they were going to have a Christmas Jubilee. And then it was going to be canceled. But I want to call her the main character, the daughter.
Hold on. I feel like we're getting real weird. Like, this is hard to keep. Someone want to give me a 1-minute recap of what they think the movie was?
Okay, I got this. I got this.
All right, timer, you get 1 minute.
No, give me longer than 1 minute.
No, you get 1 minute. You got 1 minute, just shoot out the plot of the movie as fast as you can.
All right, here we go.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so essentially, Madea and her cousin, aunt, I don't really know, but this other woman needed to go down to Alabama to see her daughter for Christmas. Not Medea's, the other woman's daughter, for Christmas, because the daughter did not want to go up for Christmas. They decided to go down and surprise her. However, they discovered that they went down to go surprise her. She was not happy about that. She was married to this guy named Connor, and then his parents came down, and then there was conflict because the daughter never told Madea and her mom that she was married to Connor. Don't know how she hid that. Anyways, and so that never happened. But then there was like this whole drama between the two families. The lights just turned on. What happens? Then the Christmas Jubilee, she gets money from her ex, but the ex works for a construction company that built a dam that stops water from getting into the town, and then the construction company said that they'll only give them money if they don't put Christ in Christmas.
And time.
And I think that's it.
You missed the ending, but that's fine.
I missed the ending, but at the ending... The ending
clears itself up in... Okay, here's my biggest beef. This movie was supposed to be a play.
What?
Think about it. There was only like 3 places in this whole movie.
Yeah.
And they made no... Why was the mayor's office in the school?
Well,
yeah,
he
it
also
said principal on the door of the mayor's office.
But the mayor was in there sitting at the desk every single...
Also,
I think the mayor was also the principal, and the school was definitely a house.
Okay, so yeah, it was 100% a house.
It was absolutely someone's house. Like,
in the classroom, you could see a fireplace.
Yeah, the classroom was someone's, like, bedroom.
I feel like they wanted you to know it was someone's house, too.
No, they definitely put the main character in front of the fireplace so you could not see that there was a fireplace.
Yeah, there was absolutely a fireplace in this school in Alabama.
She was leaning against her desk in every single scene to cover the fireplace. I am seriously out of breath from that recap.
Well, you got most of it.
I got most of it. I'm proud of myself.
Okay, so... Yeah, that confused me more than anything. So, there was the house it took place in, like...
Yeah.
That oddly big house. I don't know, she apparently is a teacher in poverty. That's a nice home.
Yeah.
Like, it was at least 4 bedrooms, which is just remarkable if only 2 people are living there. I don't know why that's happening.
Yeah, they had a lot of guest beds.
There was that. Those are pretty much, I think 60% of the movie was in those 2 places. There was, like, that outlet mall in the beginning, and then there was, like, the Jubilee.
Which, also, the outlet mall, very well, most likely, it appeared to be, like, a hotel concierge...
Oh,
lobby?
yeah, it absolutely was a hotel that they pretended was an outlet.
Yeah, and I'm just guessing that's where most of, like, the cast and crew was staying in that hotel, and they were like, well...
I fully believe that.
Yeah.
That's actually probably the case,
Yeah, I really do think that is the case.
So, yeah, that was my biggest gripe, is the whole time I was like, oh, this was a play that they turned into a movie at last.
Yeah,
I think they said something about that at the end, too.
No, I thought they said it was adapted.
Yeah, at one point Madea turns to the camera and is like, it's weird it all took place in 4 places.
No, I think they said it was adapted from, like, a book.
I thought they said it was adapted from, like, a play or something.
It might have been adapted from a play, which...
Something like that came up.
It would explain
in the credits, I think.
Why so many of the scenes lingered on for a minimum 5 minutes too long.
Yeah, every scene was way longer than they had any right
Yeah,
being.
like the phone conversations were the one that really got me.
And that would also explain why they're so fast and loose with how characters met each other and why they went anywhere.
Yeah, but that I'm not really getting
also, the scene that gets the award for most weirdly drawn out was Madea trying to get into a car.
Oh
man,
we were screaming at that scene because it was I think they tried to play it as a joke.
They did, but there were a lot of jokes that made no... Okay, so that was like a big joke that apparently was Madea can't get into a car. Another joke was Madea has to call everything the wrong word constantly.
Yeah.
Like, at no point, like, no one had the right name. Everyone was named after, like, either fruits or, like, a salad dressing.
Yeah.
Or was just, like, what they determined to be a joke in that movie was absolutely insane.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
Yeah. Okay. I do wanna jump to this point here.
Yeah.
We've kind of gone over a few of the points, a few of their jokes, kind of the general plot, some of the things that have happened. I do want to go around now, get everyone's kind of general consensus. So I want to get how many times you laughed, your favorite part of the movie,
Okay.
least favorite part of your movie, biggest issue with the movie. How do those 4 points sound?
Okay, that works. I will forget when it becomes my turn. So you
Okay,
go first.
okay. I'll start out. So I'll start out with the amount of times that I laughed at the movie. And so, laughing at the movie, as in laughing at the movie when the movie wanted you to laugh at it.
Yes.
So that for me is 0.
Okay, but how many times did you laugh?
I laughed a few times, mainly because other people would start laughing over incomprehensible garbage. I didn't count the amount of times that I just started laughing over the fact that we couldn't understand what anyone was saying, what was happening, or over the fact that our friend was, like, having a mental breakdown, so I would start laughing at him.
He actually laughed almost every time Madea talked because he couldn't understand anything
a single word that she said.
Well, he said he understood the words, but not the sentences.
Yeah, I mean, he was also blasted, but I mean, I probably laughed at other people and how incomprehensible the movie. I'd probably give it 10 times.
Okay, so you think 10 laughs?
Not for the movie, but at the movie.
While watching the movie.
Yes.
Okay.
So that would be my number. And I'm gonna break up, I guess, my other 3, which is biggest gripe, favorite part, least favorite part, all that.
Okay.
But my biggest gripe with the movie is that halfway through, Madea disappears.
Yes.
Comes back for maybe 2 scenes, and it turns into strictly a drama with 0 jokes. I mean, there were 0 jokes in the first part, but there is it is straight up just a drama.
Yeah, there's a scene, I guess Madea just gets into it. Like, I forget where she went. I think she got into a car to go to what I assumed was another scene.
Yeah.
And then Madea and any comedy in this movie disappeared for 45 minutes.
And I mean, it turned into a drama. The plot did a full 180. Now it's about putting Christ in Christmas. And my biggest gripe is that if this was actually just a drama about, like, the difficulties of, like, the whole parent interaction and everything, and trying to... If it was just a drama about that, it could have been a decent movie. Some of the writing was pretty shit, but, like, it could have been a decent movie.
Yeah.
So my favorite part was, there was, like, a scene in the second half where between Connor and the main character, and it was, like, the only human interaction I saw in the movie.
That was your favorite part of it.
And it was my favorite part.
Oh, I remember. It's kind of like the first scene you see the two of them together, right?
No. It's in the second half. It's where, like, she shows up at night and she's
in
like...
the lab, right?
He's in his lab and, like, they're kind of arguing.
Oh, yeah. I remember at that point I was like, oh, is this an actual movie now?
Yeah, and that was my favorite scene because I was starting to get invested. I'm like, holy shit. Yeah. And it's like, okay, we can sprinkle in a little bit of Madea for this.
Yeah.
I think my least favorite part has to be just the entire beginning of the movie, because it was like they played this as a sequel, and I think they did, because the entire, I am not even fucking kidding, 15 to 20 minutes beginning, all in the shopping mall. It is incomprehensible. There is not a single sentence that is said that makes a lick of sense.
I have to take a look at the script of this movie, because there really is a 20-minute period in time in which Madea does not speak English in any conceivable way. It's literally complete nonsense.
And I mean, especially in the beginning, there's literally 3 locations. It is standing in front of an area with jewelry, standing behind a desk, and in a break room. Are the 3 different locations, and every single one of those scenes drags on forever, and I do not know a single thing that they discuss.
Yes.
So, great movie.
Okay.
I give that a solid 2 out of 5.
The whole movie gets a 2 out of 5?
2 out of 10.
Okay, so not particularly.
So I was a big fan, loved it.
All right, Dylan, your turn.
What were the 4 things again?
So how many times, I'll just ask you guys, how many times did you laugh?
Did you laugh at this movie?
During the movie, I probably laughed maybe 12 times.
Yeah.
I don't think there was a single joke that I heard in the movie.
So, and again, you did not laugh, like, with the movie.
No. I think most of the jokes, or I'm not sure which parts were supposed to be jokes, but I think they made me very angry whenever they tried to do that.
Yeah, so 12 laughs.
12 laughs while the movie was playing.
While the movie was like, okay,
that's right.
That's fair.
Okay, so what was, like, your biggest gripe with it?
My biggest gripe... and it was also maybe my favorite part. That Windows Movie Maker, you know how they change scenes?
Oh, God, I forgot about that.
So they'd have, like, a really serious scene where, like, the main character and Connor would have a real heart-to-heart, and then it would have this sad music, and all of a sudden it would cut with presents and happy music rolling across. And I'm like, this is awesome.
This movie was edited in Windows Movie Maker.
It was edited in
Windows
Movie Maker.
It was not.
It had a $25 million budget, and I think he could have made it for maybe $500.
I fully could have made this movie.
Oh, absolutely, easily.
Yeah.
So it's simultaneously my biggest gripe and one of my favorite parts of the movie. I think my least favorite scene was, like, right at the opening. Every time Madea talked to a customer in that outlet mall, I wanted her to die.
Oh,
I really couldn't stand it.
We need to go back because we need to address the Madea situation at the end, because I have some real thoughts about that.
Okay, yeah. We'll definitely, we can...
So, Madea in the beginning, when she was just out of nowhere, just a completely overtly hostile and a horrible person.
I hated her with every fiber of my being.
But I can't tell if they're trying to play it as a joke.
They were trying to play it as a joke. But the thing,
awful.
Like, I've never seen a Madea movie. I had no idea. Was she supposed to be like an old, cold, callous bitch? Or
as far as I know,
she kind of wasn't.
I know. It's
so
very
inconsistent.
Yeah, Madea was a very inconsistent character.
No, she was, because at first she was mean to everyone, and then at the end she was nice and was like the reason that brought everyone together.
Like, for the first half of the movie, I hated her, and then for the second half, I'm like, she might be my favorite character now.
Yeah, she did.
It was...
It was supposed to be... I don't know if that was supposed to be character growth or not.
I don't know.
I don't think it was, because nothing encouraged that growth.
No,
it
was not.
It was just, all of a sudden, it was like, I hate her, and now I'm like, she's probably my favorite character in the room.
Yeah, it definitely was not character growth. I think whoever was writing the script, I don't know why I'm saying that, Tyler Perry did, and he just kind of forgot what was going on as he was writing, I think
he took a 2-week break and came back to it and forgot what he'd done.
Yeah, I think he started writing...
He came back 2 weeks later, not looking at the first half of the script, and then wrote the second half.
But he was also thinking of, a different Madea movie.
Oh, I have no doubt in my mind he was thinking of a different Madea movie.
There are at least 2 of these Christmas movies, by the way. There's a 2011
I know, I was scared we were going to end up watching the wrong one.
I was, too.
But my friend jokingly said... oh, we'll make sure you get the right version, and then I was like, oh, well, Colin did tell us to specifically watch the 2013 version.
Yeah, because I was scared you would watch the wrong one.
Yeah, so we made sure to watch the right one. We did watch...
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
My favorite scene, though, was just as soon as I saw Larry the Cable Guy.
Yes! That's the point I laughed the hardest. Did you guys look up the cast at all before the movie?
No.
Okay, when I saw Larry the Cable Guy come out of that truck, I laughed for 3 minutes.
Okay, no, I think that maybe I did laugh at that. It made me smile quite a bit.
Well, with my thing was I was pretty gone myself because there's no way there's 3 of us, we all agreed there's no way we can do this sober. Yeah. So, when the movie started, I was like, I gotta do this for work. I'm gonna get in this. And as these weird Windows Movie slideshow things were going by, I just saw Larry the Cable Guy's name go by, and I'm like,
oh, I did not see that.
So that's what we're in for. Yeah, no, I was in it, so I knew that the second his parents pulled up, I'm like, here he comes. Here comes Larry.
Yeah, you said it too, and I'm like, no, he's just messing around. And he walked out, and I was like the happiest girl when I saw him.
There he is.
Yeah, I laughed way harder than I should have.
Oh, yeah.
Just at the appearance.
That was the funniest joke of the movie by far. It might have been the only joke of the movie, is showing Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I know that you still have things to go over. I just wanted to mention that at one point, they had... I love this joke that they put in this movie because and where it's like Larry the Cable Guy's wife is like, oh, he should be a comedian.
Yes, and he talked about being Jeff Foxworthy.
Yeah, he talked about it. He's like, oh, I'm not Jeff Foxworthy. And it was like, wow, that wasn't...
Yeah, they were real on the nose with that.
I mean, this took place, it was in 2013. Like, everybody knew...
Oh, yeah.
That joke was dead by 2013.
Yeah, they repeat that in your head for 2 minutes about how Larry the Cable Guy is in fact not Jeff Foxworthy.
And
And they mentioned Bill Engvall too. I guess Ron White was specifically in the contract, please don't talk about me in the Madea movie.
I don't want to suffer
this. It was incredible and I adored it.
Yeah.
So, so that was, did you say your biggest gripe with the movie?
The Windows Movie Maker?
Windows Movie Maker.
But it was also one of my favorite parts.
One of your favorites, and you had your least favorite part. Okay, yeah.
All right, no, that was it. Overall, what was your opinion of the movie?
No, I can't. It was very bad.
Okay.
There's nothing that could really make it good. Maybe if you saw 5 minutes of it, and those 5 minutes included Larry the Cable Guy stepping out of the vehicle, you'd be like, it's an okay movie.
No, because you needed that hour of dread.
I guess
to set up Larry the Cable Guy.
Larry the Cable Guy was
suffering.
It's right at the point in the movie where you're like, there's really nothing that could make this any worse.
Yeah, there's nothing at all.
In that I think Tyler Perry planned this. I think he specifically went out of his way. I'm going to make this movie uncomprehensible garbage.
Yeah.
And then right when you think we can't sink any lower, Larry the Cable Guy is going to show up.
I think he might be right. I'm pretty sure Tyler Perry, he might know exactly what he's doing.
I have no doubt.
Churning out this garbage.
Oh, I fully believe he knows exactly what
he's doing. It's essentially a build-up to something that's even worse than what you started with.
Yeah.
The climax of the movie is also the worst part of it, and that's orchestrated. That's something he wanted.
I think that is completely
And if that's the case, I mean, he did a very good job, actually.
All right, before you go, Colin, I need to take a quick jump backwards here, because my biggest gripe is not actually that the movie feels like 2 different movies. It's that the movie feels like 3 different movies. So there's the beginning, with the Madea section, the middle with the drama, and then the last part where it's about putting Christ into Christmas.
Yeah, that which gets kind of just strung at the
And
last minute.
Yeah, all three of those have absolutely nothing to do with one another.
Oh,
so,
yes.
So now I needed to add that. It was very important to me to add that.
Okay,
So but
gotcha.
yeah, Colin.
All right.
No. See, this is the way we're gonna do this. I know this is an audio medium, but
Yeah.
I want you to look me in the eyes when I ask this question, and I need you to continue looking at me in the eyes when you answer it. How many times did you laugh?
I laughed at 11 different jokes.
Oh, wow.
So in the movie,
In the movie, 11 things happened to inspire me laughing.
that
And
was-
I wrote down specifically what line made me
that's
laugh.
awesome.
This was not at the movie. It was with the movie 11 separate times.
It was what I can only imagine they were supposed to be jokes. I laughed at 11 of them.
I need
my
to.
God.
Did you write down all 11?
I did write down all 11.
And let's go over all of them.
Um,
And please, for
okay.
for our listeners, definitely give a little bit of context so they can
all
also
right.
laugh with us.
Well, there is, in the beginning of the movie, when Madea is being just pretty awful,
Yeah.
some woman comes up and asks her a simple question about her job. And Madea responds with, "I'm going to choke the hell out of you."
Okay. I did not hear
I
that.
missed that.
I don't know how I missed that actually.
I laughed.
That was at the very beginning.
This
in
was at the
outlet mall.
beginning where a woman walks up and asks her for directions, which is Medea's job title at this point.
Right.
And she responds with, "I'm going to choke the hell out of you."
Okay, I think I was actually very mad by the time that rolled around, so anything that came out of her mouth, I just didn't listen to.
Yeah, for the most part, my
that's
two
okay.
guests, shooting daggers at you here, Dylan, did just kind of scream for the first 20 minutes of the movie.
I wanted to drown out all the noise. I was
Yeah,
hearing.
it was screams of just pure agony or bliss. I can't.
I was pretty angry when I
Yeah,
was
so
yelling at
bliss.
So,
Yeah.
okay, so that was one.
Yeah.
I laughed again when Madea was describing her car, and she said it was a Cadillac with 4.5 million miles on it.
I literally did not hear that. The two that you've mentioned have not heard yet.
Okay, well, I laughed at that.
Is that when they were driving up to Alabama?
No, this was
before,
her
right?
describing why she shouldn't drive to Alabama.
Okay.
And she mentioned that her car had 4 million miles on it.
Okay.
Laughed at that. I regret laughing at that one. I don't think.
Yeah.
So my third laugh was the moment Madea walks into a KKK meeting.
What was with that at the gas
didn't
station?
Got cut, and no reason that scene should have existed at all.
That shouldn't have been
The
there.
scene is they pull up to get gas.
Yeah.
Medea walks out and demands a bathroom, so she approaches an old man laying in the street.
Yeah, like pretending to be dead or something.
Yeah, I
No,
think
no,
that-
he was just sitting on the step of a building,
Oh, okay,
whittling.
okay.
Yeah, so
Nothing.
she goes, and then the
God.
man
And then-
points to a church. Medea then opens it and reveals a full KKK meeting with at least 100 members. Medea then closes the door and then runs back and gets in the car, and that is never brought up again.
Okay,
I could not make sense of that.
things about that actually that I really need to bring up is the first one is that as she jumps in the car sideways, her legs sticking out, and the old man sitting there just kind of laughs and shakes his head like, "Ha, I really got her," and it's like, well. And I think that was supposed to set up the other joke where Larry the Cable Guy pretends to be a joke and, pretends to be a ghost.
No.
I literally think that was supposed to be...
But it was never brought up again.
No, but I think that was
Like,
the
I would
point
understand
of...
if at any point Medea was like, I saw a KKK earlier. But no, that never happened.
I thought she maybe did. I don't know.
No,
I
I
can't
sat
mention
there waiting on bated breath for her to reveal that she did in fact see KKK members. Never happened.
Okay, as you continue, I do need to just know one thing. Were you sober, like stone cold?
Stone cold sober.
Are you
All
kidding
right,
me?
So
I had to take notes.
You watched the entire thing? Oh my god.
Yeah. So I laughed at that. I laughed at one point where Medea casually throws out she almost got pregnant from meatloaf.
when did that happen?
Did we watch the wrong movie?
We watched the same. She mentions like she was like either pregnant or had almost got. It either got really dark or it wasn't. And I guess in canon, Medea has fucked Meatloaf.
And we're not talking about the food. We're talking about the singer.
We're talking about the
Meatloaf
singer Meatloaf
of Fight Club fame.
Yeah, who apparently had either tried to or had gotten Medea pregnant. So
When did that joke happen?
this happened in the house when they were like bringing other stuff in.
Okay.
I laughed at that. I laughed about 30 seconds later when Medea revealed that she was 6 feet tall in kindergarten. and that people bullied her because of it. There was like a 2-minute scene. I think I laughed 5 times.
Oh my god!
I laughed at that. I laughed later on. She was describing the Bible to a group of children, and Medea says that God will send you a dog even if you don't need it.
Okay. This is the only time I actually know the scene you're talking about, where she was the main character left. Is her name Tia? I want to say it was Tia.
Like that, yeah.
Tia left and had Madea control the room of kids. And the scene, I think, was 10 minutes long.
The scene was 10 minutes longer than it needed.
And I kind of blacked out because the second she started talking about the Bible and I knew the whole thing was supposed to be a joke, and none of it was funny, I was like, wow.
No, it was fine.
They actually, and they did have one good thing in that whole thing.
What?
Where she was talking about how Jesus kept going to all the different hotels and they kept turning him down.
Yeah.
That was not bad. And then after that, I kind of blacked out.
Was that the scene where at the end...
No, this is in the middle.
But at the end of the scene, the main character, she comes back in, and Medea's got that kid strung up on the cross.
Yeah. She is attempting to crucify a child.
Yeah, why? How'd that happen?
Because she stole her purse.
Yes.
Okay, I mean...
Yeah.
Obviously.
Anyways, continue, Colin. Yes, please.
Laughed pretty hard at that. I laughed again for about 2 minutes the moment I saw Larry the Cable Guy.
That got me.
Yeah, everything
that was
about
definitely
that.
the funniest joke was that they got Larry the Cable Guy. I laughed at that. I laughed at one point. They were talking about how the mother has a weak heart and how you can't reveal that she's married. And then Madea says, yeah, if you tell her you're married, she's going to clutch her pearls and die. It was funny the first time. It was hilarious the fourth time she said that exact line in the span of about a minute.
Yeah, God. She kept saying it. And I actually will admit, I was not fully coherent at that point. And I was like, what in the goddamn...
I thought the movie was kind of skipping on me, and it kept playing the same thing over and over.
Like it legitimately did with us.
Laughed pretty hard at that. I laughed when Larry the Cable Guy said his wiener wasn't any.
Okay, yeah, I heard that.
I laughed. There was a full-hearty chuckle.
Well, I actually do believe, and I don't want to call him out entirely, but he is listening currently. I do believe that the second Larry the Cable Guy said that, my friend screamed in pure anger. If memory serves, he was just infuriated and livid about that entire line, and I think he complained about it for a good minute. This could be one of the other many jokes that he yelled at, but regardless,
I laughed at that. Cutting near the end, I laughed that there was just a random truck exploding on the side of a road, and then a man pulls up, or Connor pulls up in his car, gets out, sees the man just escaped an exploding car, and punches him in the face.
Yeah.
What was with that entire scene?
Yeah, I need to address that, because that whole scene makes no sense.
Okay, I actually do want to discuss that scene for a second, alright? I'll do the quick recap on this one, alright? Because I remember this scene vividly.
Yeah.
Essentially, Tia's mom was angry because she just found out that they were married and she refused to go back into the house. Tia's mom was also, she's a compulsive liar and everything, so there was this whole thing where, you know, she was kind of like...
she was throwing a hissy worst fit. In every possible way.
She was a bad person.
And she ends up, she's like, oh, well, I'm going to walk back home.
Yeah.
She's in Alabama. Where did she come from? Like,
Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, so...
she's going to walk, okay.
And as she's walking down this road, she comes across an overturned car on fire. She runs over, pulls the man out, barely saving his life.
And this should be explained. This is the man that got our main character fired from her teaching job.
Yeah.
Which is Tia. The mother's daughter.
Yeah, it is the mother's daughter.
He is, in fact, a racist.
Yes.
Yeah, he was
and
very
he's
racist.
Also,
he's
there's this
racist.
weird, like, subplot where there's one kid who's, like, a genius, and that
and
kid...
singer or something?
And a singer.
Yeah.
This kid apparently can do everything.
Yeah,
That guy they pulled out of the truck was his father, and I guess he is abusive to that child.
He
as
was
well.
because he was like, he was like, no school, you're just going to do farm work. I hate you, whatever your name is, dirty boy, and you're just going to work on the farm.
So this man is also horrible in every conceivable.
Yeah.
The gist of the scene.
But for some reason,
Tia's
he is flipped over on the side of the road, and the truck is about to explode.
Yeah,
Right,
and so Tia's mom saves her.
Yeah.
Saves him. And then Connor, which is Tia's husband, and his father, I believe.
Yeah, Larry
the Cable Guy, shows up, and as Tia's mom is comforting this limping man who is like bleeding from the face and is standing next to his car that has now been exploded, Connor runs up. So, okay, I do need to... Tia's mom is actively helping him stand up.
Yes.
And Connor runs over and decks him in the face.
Which
and
made
screams,
me laugh very hard.
"Get off, do not touch my wife's mom." Or my mother-in-law is what he yells. So I really wanted to go over this because later on Tia's mom thanks him.
What?
Yes. She is thankful over the way he acted, and Tia's like, "Wow, you really acted bravely. I'm so proud of you."
For punching a limping man.
For punching...
Are you sure that's how it was?
Yeah.
I remember this vividly.
This is why I need to go over it, because
happened.
I saw this scene and I'm like, well, that was out of nowhere. But I'm very excited to see how the drama unfolds when everyone's pissed him for doing this. And I was like, okay, so everyone's... It's like a whole celebration. Right. He's the hero. So
yeah, definitely laughed at that.
Oh, and then that guy that he punched in the face apologized to Connor.
Yes.
So
there is another thing I gotta talk about later because this kind of ruined this whole movie for me.
I just keep.
And then my final laugh was when they were doing like the Jubilee and they're gonna pass like all the news crews, and there's the hide your kids, hide your wife guy.
No, there was both of
there were two memes.
There was two.
I laughed really because I saw it first and I was like, oh, they have what is at the time of the movie an old meme just kind of like sitting out there, and then they cut immediately to a second one is hide your kids, hide your wife. Except they get cut before he says they're raping everybody out here.
Yeah,
that was too far. So that made me laugh.
Also,
really hard.
Super important to note that the first meme is "Ain't nobody got time for that."
Oh, yes, yeah.
So I feel like that needs to be said because I think both those memes died in like 2005. I don't really know. My perception of time is pretty bad. So
yeah, those were my 11 laughs.
Okay.
Next question.
Oh, the next question. Very sorry, you kind of threw me for a loop. Your biggest gripe with the movie? Before you go, you can answer these in any order. It's biggest gripe, favorite part, least favorite part.
My biggest gripe with the movie. The plot immediately doesn't make sense after 5 minutes in, or Madea does not drive there.
Well, the plot doesn't make sense immediately when they start talking about characters that don't exist.
In-your-face, very obvious racism and sexism throughout the entire movie.
Yeah, that was pretty blatant throughout the whole thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, the movie is blatantly racist.
Yeah, it was very evidently racist.
Also, I think Madea, kind of as a general concept, is just sort of offensive.
Yeah.
To sort of gender as a whole.
Oh, she is very offensive to all genders, all body types.
Yeah, transsexuality, like,
and all races.
All of it. She is extremely...
And the singular character, too.
Yeah. And I just think the concept of her as well...
Yeah, but
Tyler
every
Perry
character was racist, at least to some degree.
Yes.
Yeah. It was...
That was probably my biggest gripe with the movie, is how constant I needed to be like, whoa, I guess that's just a joke for the racist people watching this movie.
Yeah, I mean, it was just sort of offensive the whole way through.
Yeah, it is
I don't
an
really
offensive
care.
movie.
I don't really care who you are. It will offend you.
Yeah. So that was probably my biggest gripe. Biggest like for the movie, is definitely Madea, because by halfway through the movie, I have visualized in my head that she is some kind of sage demigod.
Oh, well, that's fair. Yeah.
That's funny you mentioned that.
Because she will go from babbling incoherently to being the sole voice of reason in the room in the span of seconds.
My friend and I thought that maybe the ending would be like she rips off that wax head, because her head kind of looked fake to me.
Yeah.
And it's like she's some eldritch God or something.
Yeah, because there were a few scenes where everyone was fighting, and then Madea out of nowhere has this
Fixes
weird
it.
true neutral viewpoint where she immediately chastises everyone in a correct and completely understandable
And this is
way.
the same woman who at the beginning of the movie wanted to choke a bitch out for asking for her to do her job, essentially.
Yeah.
And then within seconds, she will be saying some kind of either very racist joke or like doing a long gag for no reason.
Yeah.
But that was probably my favorite part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed
reasonable.
that because I never knew what Madea I was going to hear.
Yeah, which version of
which
her.
one you're going to
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that. And then my least favorite is definitely a lot of least favorite parts.
Gotta pick one.
I will talk. The one at the end that definitely threw me off is when at the end of the Jubilee, when they're all listening to the kids sing, there's the racist guy who got punched.
Yeah.
He's standing next to one of his friends, and his friend chimes over, looking at the main character, the teacher. Aren't you glad we didn't do anything? Which makes me think they were going to murder.
Wow, I can't believe I forgot about that.
Yeah, so I had to actually pause the movie at that point, and then look up to see whether she was almost murdered in the scene, and I did not notice. No, the guy specifically looks over and goes, "Aren't you glad we didn't do anything?"
Yeah, that's
They were definitely going to at least murder one person, and then. So that was my least favorite, and another least favorite part is definitely that mother in general, because she was just completely awful in every way, and at no point is it justified.
And well, the thing is her terribleness and her obliviousness to the whole situation was played off as a joke.
Yeah,
Was it?
It was.
It
literally,
was supposed to be funny?
because she's like, wow, I can't believe people could be so oblivious, and Madea kind of looks at the camera almost like, oh my god.
Yeah, Madea does her weird sudden realization thing, where she's like, you do understand, you are the worst character on those movies right now.
Okay, I actually do want to mention early on in one scene where the mom is just being absolutely horrendous again.
Yeah.
Connor's mom comes in and is like, let me help you cook, and she's like, oh, I don't need any help. And Medea's like, let her help, and she's like, no, I don't. And it cuts back to Madea mouthing something.
Oh, yeah.
And it looked like Tyler Perry was trying to read, he was mouthing the script to himself. I'm pretty positive with this movie that they did every single take once.
I do fully believe that.
Yeah,
However, I do want to say, I'm going to look this up again as confirmation, but if memory serves, the budget for this movie was $25 million.
I believe that was it.
I think that was the number we were quoted with in the beginning.
There was one part when you first mentioned that you thought they're only doing one take for everything.
Yeah.
You went back and showed me, and I've never seen this in a movie before, but I actually saw the camera zoom in, which I've never seen, and I just realized, you never see that in actual movies, but it was so obvious in this one.
I mean, that is one of the biggest cardinal rules is you don't do that. Because it looks as bad as it looked.
Yeah, and it zoomed in right on Medea's face, too.
If
that was a joke, it was funny, though.
Well,
I laughed at that.
I might have laughed at that.
Well, no, I'm actually pretty sure that something happened with the mom, because she stood up and then did not move. She just stood up. And then the next scene, it showed her walking, and I'm pretty sure she's supposed to be walking.
Okay.
But I'm guessing that there was, not enough space, so they zoomed in to make it look like that she had left.
Oh.
I'm almost positive that's what happened.
Oh, no.
So...
Okay, so...
Yeah, estimated $25 million budget.
Oh, it's estimated. Okay.
And it's gross.
Yeah, so no one really knows how much.
Yeah, nobody knows.
Spent.
I'd estimate maybe $2,000.
Its gross is $52 million.
So it did make all its money back times 2.
Opening weekend, it made $16 million in the U.S.
This played in theaters.
Yes.
And I'm actually really surprised that it says the runtime is 100 minutes.
The movie is oddly short.
So yeah, it's...
I don't know, that first 20 minutes, that scene with her in the outlet mall, I thought the movie was almost over after that, and when I saw it only 20 minutes had gone by, I was devastated,
This movie has no kind of cohesion how long anything should take place.
Right.
So, some scenes are dragging on forever, I feel like just to fit runtime.
Yeah.
And then other scenes kind of just are almost glossed over.
Yeah.
So, I remember when the movie ended, I thought, oh, where's the rest of this movie? Because, there are a lot of points I felt were completely unresolved.
Yeah, they kind of just brought them up and then...
Yeah.
Kind of left them there.
I do have to say that her name's not Tia, it's Lacey. and I don't know.
That's so funny. Is
I don't know.
Tia? Is somebody
No,
Tia?
no one's Tia. The mother. Oh wow. No, based on the stage play, A Madea Christmas.
Oh, so
there. Okay,
okay,
yes,
so
it did
based
say that.
on
Yeah.
Okay.
I do want to ask you guys. I need you guys to guess who wrote the play.
I would assume Tyler
I
Perry.
would
Yeah,
say-
it was Tyler. It was
yeah,
Tyler Perry. It was Tyler
Perry. I mean,
Perry.
come on.
Yeah.
I would be shocked if it wasn't.
He has his name is part of the damn.
It's a Tyler
title.
Perry's Medea's
Yeah.
Christmas.
Well, that-
It's like
well, that's-
he would have had to
yeah.
have been in charge of the whole thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so it's addressed what everyone's least favorite character is, and it's that horrible
It's
mother,
the
right?
horrible.
Oh,
Who
absolutely.
is somehow the worst, who takes the wrong position at every single point,
Yeah, very
apologizes
consistently.
for nothing.
Right.
Oh, wait. This movie won an award.
Which one?
Well, did win Worst Actress for Tyler Perry.
Okay.
Oh, it did.
It was
Okay.
nominated for Worst Picture, and it was
Okay.
nominated for Worst Supporting Actor, Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
there you go.
Oh, worst screen combo, Tyler Perry and either Larry the Cable Guy or that worn out wig and dress. That's another Razzie. Worst director, Tyler Perry, and worst screenplay, Tyler Perry.
Wow.
Got a lot.
Yeah.
Like movie.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's aiming for too.
I think
Yeah, definitely.
I fully believe that. But anyway, so now we all have the same worst character. Who's
Yeah.
the best? Who's your favorite character?
I mean, default just because of how happy he made me when he showed up on the screen. I want to say Larry the Cable Guy, but I feel like that's kind of cheap because it was just my initial reaction to seeing that he was in fact in the movie. I was just kind of like, this is such a great thing that they've done.
Which is, I was actually going to say Larry the Cable Guy as well, but for completely different.
Okay.
I actually do believe Larry the Cable Guy was probably the best written character.
Do you think so?
Because he's the only character who has a backstory that seems to have actually affected the movie in any seeming way.
Something about him being like a trucker or
Yeah,
something
he
like
mentions
that, right?
he was a truck driver, and that's why like his son was bullied and
That's
was like
right, yeah.
not treated very
He
well.
wasn't there
Why he's
much,
kind
yeah.
of a pushover.
Yeah.
And at that point, and then like he never changes. He's the same character throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, very flat.
Which
Yeah.
no one else seems to have been able to pull off.
That's actually true.
So
He
I'm
was very
surprised he got
consistent.
worst supporting actor because there were a lot worse.
He
Oh
was,
my God,
he
yeah.
was,
Yeah.
he was a very flat character who stayed the same. There was no growth or change in his character whatsoever. But he felt like the only character that was real.
Yeah, I felt like he was the
Yeah.
only human in the movie throughout
Yeah.
every scene. Everyone else had scenes where I'm like, I think this is an alien
Yeah,
pretending
everyone
to be a
else
person.
would have like attributes, and they'd explain how these attributes existed, but at no point do they affect the plot in any way.
Right.
My biggest one is definitely Connor is a smart guy because he's doing something with corn. That is never once addressed what it is.
No, it is addressed. He said he is
Making
he is,
it bigger or something?
No, he's like messing with the genome of it to create corn that takes less water to grow.
But that doesn't influence the plot in any way. Like, I don't even see the corn.
Why?
ever.
No,
do that.
the point of the corn was that is why him and Tanner hate each other, even though Tanner was his main bully when they were kids as well.
Yeah, I didn't.
They
yeah.
kind of just
I got
piled
nothing, man.
things on to be made.
Yeah,
Listen,
He
I
was
paid.
modifying the. I have so many fucking problems.
Listen,
with that.
do you have any idea how much attention I paid to this movie?
a lot more
lot.
than me. A lot more than I did. Yeah.
Now I actually really did like Lacey's character,
Yeah.
but I think it was mainly that I liked the actress, and then there was that one scene where it was like, wow, this feels like a real interaction.
There is no one real interaction.
But
Yeah, there was,
between
yeah.
them. But my issue and why I can't say that she's my favorite character is that she's a round character. She's a character that goes through multiple different changes, but none of the changes make sense or feel coherent or seem to connect to one another whatsoever.
Yes.
She like every time the movie changes, those 3 times, so does she. So there's 3 different versions of her.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I gotta give it to Larry.
Yeah, I think Larry probably was overall the best.
He
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
So, but that movie, for anyone listening, and after, if you guys did not take Colin's advice and pause the podcast and go check this movie out before we began.
You're a smart person.
Well, yeah, you're a smart person,
You
but
don't wanna watch
if you've heard us talk and you're like, I gotta see this, it's not fun.
No, my biggest
it was not a fun movie.
Right,
yeah.
because we've watched very bad, like, room-like movies. And
Yeah,
I've had
Birdemic
a lot of fun.
is
I don't need to
fun.
drink during those. I can just have fun watching them.
But it's
That
more
was
fun
not
when
the
you
case with this movie.
Yeah.
I was quite bored.
Yeah, and I mean,
It
we
was
were
a boring movie.
We were, there was not a single person watching with us that was not intoxicated and kind of going into the movie, laughing and having a good time, and then the movie happened, and we kind of just all stopped laughing. It wasn't...
Stop laughing. I'd complain occasionally,
It-
but
it-
yeah, we'd otherwise kind of stop talking or laughing.
Yeah. So... Not good.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, what could we have done to fix this move? Like, was there anything that could have been obviously...
All right, now before we jump into this, Colin.
Yeah.
How do you want to do this? Now, I want to get into the specifics of our podcast.
Yeah.
Are we each going to take a side?
I think that's the best
So
way.
we have to take a side on how to fix it?
Yeah.
Or, okay. Okay, and will Dylan be mediating, or...
I guess Dylan will be mediating, and I guess he'll be a tiebreaker vote.
Okay, yeah, tiebreaker vote.
Yeah, I'll
okay. Okay, so please tell me.
What could we have done to fix this movie?
Yeah.
I think the best thing they could have done is give Madea more room to be Madea.
Okay.
I think every scene that she was not immediately present in was no longer a Madea Christmas movie. It was like some weird drama they tried making.
Okay.
And I think if Madea was in fact in every scene, or you had a Madea-esque character, this movie would have been perfect.
So
See what your side is, Connor.
Oh man, I gotta play.
That's a strong argument in your defense.
Yeah, and I gotta play the devil's advocate, and I'll be real. I do wanna make myself known before I get into my argument on this that I do agree with that.
Yeah.
There should have been a Madea movie. That's not what we got.
Yeah, we had a drama that had.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go on the opposite end and say get rid of Madea. Entirely cut Madea.
It's Medea's Christmas without Medea.
Yeah.
It's just Tyler Perry's Christmas, or
It's just called Tyler Perry's
I guess
Christmas.
that does work because Madea really had no influence on the plot, and
Yeah.
he did not need to be there.
So
in the first
I'm saying make the drama movie that he clearly wanted to make,
right?
and give Medea her own flick, but somewhere else.
Okay. I actually like this. So in the beginning, like at the Alamo part, where Medea's explaining how she doesn't want to go because she can't drive. She doesn't go. She stays in Atlanta, and then this woman drives down there.
That is it.
That's a really easy fix too.
Yeah, that's
Because literally, I think the reason that Eileen, I'm remembering these names, that which is the mother, was able to get. She took I can't remember that guy's name. The ex's car up there, anyways.
Yeah.
So Medea just stays, and then we go on with the rest of the movie.
Yeah, I mean, you could. I feel like that wouldn't have been a good movie. I think that movie would have just kept all the boring bits, and at no point would I see a child get crucified.
Well, they definitely would need to add in, replace some of those Medea scenes with scenes that explained what was happening in the movie.
Oh, yeah, the movie. Don't get me wrong. That way, the movie would make sense. But I'm saying it wouldn't be good. I'm saying the movie would be infinitely better if Medea did most of the lines.
Well, I'm still saying, yeah, I agree. Obviously, if we had a Medea, basically a strictly Medea movie.
Yeah.
But I'm still saying this would be like a good Lifetime drama.
I would not say it was good. I think it'd be probably a boring Lifetime drama, and those aren't particularly exciting anyway.
Is Larry the Cable Guy still in both iterations?
Yes.
I guess, yeah, he has to be.
100%.
I will say, the scenes where Madea and Larry the Cable Guy were telling racist jokes to one another was probably the one point in the movie I was like, oh, this is a comedy.
Right. Yeah, I wanted to mention that. I thought the interaction between Madea and Larry, that might have been some of my favorite interactions within the movie.
Yeah.
It felt like the only two characters who should be talking to each other were actually talking.
Yeah.
Everyone else is like, this isn't right. There's something just wrong with this.
Yeah.
But when Larry and Madea talked, I'm like, yeah, I could see that.
I get that. But what I'm saying is, let's get rid of Madea. Let's make this drama. Larry the Cable Guy now has more lines because he's our comedic relief.
Okay, that's favorable.
So he is a more prominent character.
I'm liking that.
Right? And we got an actual story going on right now on IMDb. Medea's Christmas sitting at a 4.9, a 28, a Metascore. I'm saying we make this drama, crank that score up, like, maybe we get a 5.5.
All right, but counterpoint, we keep Madea. She gets to truly be the character she's supposed to be. And at one point, she appears in our main character's room in the dead of night and reveals she is an eldritch being. And this would explain why she seemingly knows everything at all points.
Okay, so you want to make...
Because she is actually weirdly sleuthy. She discovered they were married within 5 seconds.
Yeah, just like immediately she knew.
Within seconds she knew that. Within seconds she seemed to have Connor pinned to a T.
In Medea's defense, when they walk into the house, Lucy... Is her name Lucy? Was that it?
Yeah, something like that.
Lacey puts down a picture, and Madea walks over and immediately looks at the picture, and it's like their wedding photo.
Yeah, well, she sees that, and then, like, when she does the reveal, like, oh, I know you guys are married, she's like, how?
She just thought they were dating.
Oh, that's true. I guess she didn't think...
Yeah, she thought that they were, like...
She mentioned, like, a lot of sleuthy points. She was like, yeah, I saw boots in the bedroom, and I saw, like, something like a bed wasn't made, or, like, was made, and he was like, yeah, you guys are definitely dating.
Yeah, towards the second half of the movie, I thought Madea had some sort of, like, supernatural powers, maybe.
Yeah, I do.
Like, there was something very inhuman in a very different way. Like, the first half of the movie, it was just like she was not a human because she didn't know how to act like a human.
Oh, yeah, and she did not know English.
Right, she didn't know English.
English.
I think she was speaking Latin, maybe, in some instances.
She definitely could have been.
I thought it was, like, deep speech.
It might have been, actually. Yeah. But during the second half of that movie, I thought... She kind of knows, like, everything right now. She's mediating every situation, diffusing it, just... I don't know. It was a very radical change.
I do think it's mainly because she is, like, she's the character that everyone kind of tells their gossip to. That's why she knew all of the mom's lies.
Yeah. That scene was fucked up. Where it's like out of nowhere, Medea's like, yeah, she's lying. And the main
about
like,
everything.
What? And she's like, yeah, she's lying about literally everything she's told you your entire life.
Yeah,
your
whole
father
life
is still alive, by the way, because she had been under the main character, Lacey.
That was such a bombshell. She was under that was glossed over instantly.
And I swear to God, in the movie, they say a white man killed the mother's husband.
And
I'm like, well, this is...
I remember that. I was like, oh, this got dark. And then instantly Medea's like, oh, no, that didn't happen.
Oh, no.
He left her for a white woman.
Man. It's like, hey, your dad is still alive, by the way.
That's never going to be addressed.
That's not addressed at all. That kind of blew me away a bit.
Yeah, that whole scene kind of blew me
And the way Madea just, like, laughs it off, like, oh, he wasn't killed.
Madea laughs it off. No one else says anything, and then somehow the mom gets upset by all.
Yep. That's correct.
Yeah, and she tries to turn it around, which they actually did address that in their defense.
Medea addresses that. She instantly calls her out, oh, you're trying to turn it around on everyone because you're at fault here.
That's correct.
Yeah, but I mean, imagine, here's what I'm saying, even though, you know, you're playing to my comedy horror side here, but here's what I'm saying, like, in my version, that bombshell is dropped, and then we actually explore it.
That's true. I guess they would have been forced to talk about that.
You know, that shit would have actually been explored.
But that movie would have been a lot longer.
That's my issue with it. Some way to shorten the movie. Look, I have a way to fix it as well, and it's more in line with what you were saying, Colin.
Let me hear it.
I'm excited.
And what I like about this fix is I think it's very easy. Keep everything the same in the movie, but at the very end, when it shows Madea at that Jubilee or whatever, she just, like, rips off her entire skin, and it just tentacles under there, and she shoots off into space, and then it cuts to the credits.
Well,
like the whole time, you're like, "Oh my God!"
No,
she was some otherworldly.
Well, here's the issue.
They were kind of hint dropping that.
But like, here's the issue: is that some of the plot points still won't make sense. So I'm saying, maybe tweak a little bit of it. You know how like there's three separate movies.
Yeah.
And add a little bit more Madea, and then do that.
Okay. I guess
That's what I would want. That's what I'd want to see. Then I felt like it would be justified.
If Connor was so smart, why didn't he notice
very smart.
He was milking a bull?
Because the thing is that he's very smart, but he's very bad at farming.
But no, that's not even bad at farming. I can tell an udder from a penis.
Yeah, but like that's the joke, Colin.
It's like Tyler Perry was a very young child who was tasked with making a movie, and his jokes reflect that. Because his jokes are very, very
His
immature.
jokes reflect that, and the whole movie is kind of insulting to a degree.
It is, yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Medea's character, like, the reason she seems to call everyone out all the time is because I guess they don't believe the audience can make that conclusion on that.
Boy, yeah, the amount of exposition where they sat there and just sort of explained literally everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the amount of times another character has to address a different character's character points.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he assumed the audience was so stupid they would not otherwise understand unless there was a lengthy explanation for everything.
Again, probably why every joke had to be told twice.
Yeah.
Because they
more.
They would tell the joke, explain the joke, and then tell it again.
Right.
It's a very weird... I've noticed that a few different times.
Yeah.
That's what I like about the Eldritch Horror ending. There's really no explanation. You just see that, and then that's it.
Yeah, they don't come back and explain it.
No, nothing's explained. Everyone just kind of looks up at the stars, like, horrified.
That would be very funny, and it would tie in the fact that they put Christ back in Christmas to remind everyone there is, in fact, a God.
Yeah, there is a God.
In this case, it is Madea, the Tentacled.
It is Madea, yeah. I actually think there's a lot going for this ending now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am liking that.
And yeah, we could tweak some of the movie, but the nice part about it is if we just put that ending in there, I would have liked the rest of it just on principle a lot more. So, like, yes, I'm saying I think you're right, Connor, and if we tweak the movie and put that ending in there,
yeah,
we could really make something maybe even beautiful. But if you just put that ending in there, it still improves the overall movie quite a bit.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Just like
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
Something, because I'm just over here, I'm on my phone, I'm checking out some Madea movies. The one that came out in 2017.
Was Boo and Madea movie?
Tyler Perry's Boo 2, A Madea Halloween. Currently sitting at a 3.1 on IMDb and a 17 on Metascore.
Alright, so...
Worse than this one, yeah.
It somehow managed to be worse than this one. And he's reusing the same actors with different names.
Oh, so it's like an American Horror Story.
No, he only has like one actor I think is the same.
Oh, man.
I think all of the Madea movies are disconnected in a way.
Oh, they're very loosely typed.
Yeah, this, I can't go down
this rabbit hole, man.
Universe. Oh, yeah.
It's a different Madea every time.
It's a different Madea every time.
Okay.
Guys, let's get pumped.
Yeah.
August 3rd, a day after my birthday.
Oh my god, the best gift of all.
Now everyone knows it's my birthday. You know.
Yeah.
August 2nd's my birthday if you want to send me gifts.
I don't.
Yeah, that's fair. So August 3rd, 2018, Tyler Perry's A Madea Family Funeral comes out.
Holy shit, they killed Madea.
This is the last one.
A joyous family reunion becomes a hilarious nightmare as Madea and the crew travel to backwoods Georgia, where they find themselves unexpectedly planning a funeral that might unveil unsavory family secrets.
I like that.
How do I already have a problem with this?
This one actually has...
I might as well.
Yeah. This one actually has some, like, a reoccurring... I've noticed that this character, Haiti, comes up. Oh, Tyler Perry plays 3 different characters in this one.
Oh.
Yeah.
She does have, Tyler Perry.
Joe and Brian, but not in the others, so I'm pretty excited about this.
This is kind of the only movie I think Madea was Madea the whole time.
Yeah.
This may be the first Madea film to receive an R rating. However, Boo 2 and Madea Halloween initially had an R rating, but is cut down for a PG-13 rating.
Okay, wider audience, I guess.
Yeah, sorry for just spitting shit out here, but, like, it's very important for me.
Why was the funeral described as a joyous family reunion?
Because, no, it's a joyous family reunion, but then it turns into an impromptu funeral.
So I guess someone dies mid-reunion.
Okay, yeah, and then it turns into a family reunion planning.
That's a fairly confusing idea for a movie. But
I actually don't think mentally I will be able to drop $12 to see this in theaters for this podcast.
No, we'll have to get it otherwise.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'd love to do that, but, like, I don't think that's possible.
This has turned into a Madea reviewing podcast.
Yeah. I mean, we're all Madea heads. Actually, we could probably review a Madea movie a week and be able to last, like, 2 years.
I don't want to.
I would die before those 2 years were up.
Yeah, but, like, I'm just saying we could.
But
I'm saying someone could, but I could not.
Wait. New Year's is coming up. Is there Madea's New Year's?
No, there is not.
Oh my god, I hope not.
There won't be. Not on my watch.
not on your watch. Not anymore.
This is a yearly event. There's no way I can do this any more than once a year.
Yeah, I just watched one, and I need a year-long break before I can suffer through another.
No, it looks like it's only Christmas.
We gotta pick something else if we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
Like, we can't do another Madea movie.
Absolutely not.
There's another Madea movie this year. Madea on the Run.
He makes
He
1
makes
to
like
3 a year.
He makes about 3 a year.
Yeah, that's fair, yeah.
Anyway.
Alright, yeah, anyway. So, overall, what did you give the movie? You never scored it.
Probably a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, alright.
It like the jokes were sporadic enough that I laughed at probably at least once every 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish we got that experience, but
I think we went into it with we went into it with a really bad mood. Like,
well, I was pumped. I had my food ready, and
I was initially when Connor told me, "Hey, we're gonna watch Medea's Christmas," I was like, "Okay, this sounds like fun, whatever." And then as the hour drew near, I was starting to get really anxious. So I think I went into it like way too nervous and on edge because I'm like, "Are we really gonna do this for an hour and 40 minutes?"
Yeah, I mean it was. Yeah.
And then our friend also was like, he was kind of beside himself as well, and we were like, "This can't really be happening, right? Like we're gonna do 20 minutes maybe." But you kind of settle on the finality of it all.
Yeah, and when
It's a
I
sombering experience.
It was it really was a very
they were actually ready to go watch it, and I dropped that it was an hour and 40 minutes long, and then that did crush your spirits. It really messed you guys up.
I didn't know what to do with myself. I was gonna just leave, like drive somewhere else.
Yeah, good movie, good time.
And definitely, it's in the Christmas list now. Like that.
Oh it is in your Christmas list.
Yeah, that's an annual Christmas movie. Now.
Yeah, I'd recommend that. Anyone listening should probably
definitely.
make a yearly tradition of Medea's Christmas.
Should we make a yearly tradition that every year we have to watch a Medea's movie to talk about for an hour?
You know what's funny? If we watch the same movie again, it'd probably be like a different movie to me.
I think so.
Almost every point that you guys mentioned, and I'm not saying we do it because, oh my god, but there are so many things you guys talked about that I had no idea.
Yeah, what if you had to watch this movie every year?
Listen, we started out saying, "Hey, I'm Griffin McElroy" and all that, and I know they've got the one with Paul Blart, which is so much more.
Oh yeah,
I'm very angry at the McElroy brothers because I would have savored every second of Paul Blart.
Paul Blart is legitimately like an Oscar-worthy movie after seeing Medea's.
It's phenomenal. It would be so fun.
So
I'm just very mad that they've already got that.
So I definitely think if we are doing this yearly, we should do a different Madea movie every year.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, every year I think we should do.
Yeah.
Or I guess just a bad Christmas movie.
Yeah. Or a bad Christmas movie. Yeah. I mean, we could also just get a Madea for every holiday.
There will always be a Madea Christmas.
There
movie,
will be. Yeah.
There's like hell. Next year we could watch a Madea Christmas 2011.
That's true. Yeah.
And then the following year, I'm sure he'll release Medea's Christmas 2018 or 2019.
Yeah, so, there's options.
Yeah, so
although I do want to see Boo 2, because it has, like, the lowest rating.
For Halloween.
Yeah, we have to wait for Halloween, though. I mean, but it has, like, the lowest rating out of them, it seems.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so that was our Christmas special.
Yeah, that was our Happy Holiday special. I'm glad.
Yeah, so that was good. I hope everyone got in Christmas spirit after all.
Yeah, and you know what I think? I think, we should sit down, Colin, we should edit this bad boy up, and release it on Christmas as a gift.
Yeah, okay. We'll see about that.
That's probably not going to happen. But, yeah, so that was...
Yeah.
Thanks so much for having me, and dragging me into watching that movie as well.
Yeah, dude.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
To just make everyone around me miserable.
Yep.
Yeah, I will say it definitely was improved having a third voice.
It definitely, I do like having a third voice
I don't know
here.
if just two people could talk about all of Medea's Christmas 2013.
For an hour.
Actually, for an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, we're definitely.
Wow.
All right,
I mean, it's a Christmas episode, so I let us get some leeway.
So I was dropped.
Okay, so next week we're doing since every holiday is apparently in the same fucking month.
Yeah, what the fuck is?
So, yeah. Next week is our yearly rundown.
Yeah, that'll be the 27th. So
a
few days before 2018 drops.
So, we have to do our best of in any random category, and we have to discuss it for however long.
And then come the 3rd, it will be a different podcast.
It actually will, because there is something we are unveiling for the new year that I'm really excited for.
I can't tell if this is a thing I know about or not.
Yeah, it was mentioned before.
Okay, so it is...
Yeah, I'm going to hog wild with it. The reason we haven't done it earlier is just because I have some dots to cross.
Yeah, okay, so it is... So we are going to be doing this, huh?
This is what I wanted the podcast to be about, and I think it genuinely will be.
Yeah, okay, so I'm... And whoa. First episode's the 3rd?
It's going to be the 3rd, yeah.
I'm extremely excited about that.
You doing that?
Yeah, we're doing it.
We definitely need to...
so excited.
Okay, let's not...
I have a dossier already.
Let's not get too excited. Oh, okay, well, alright, let me reword that. Let's get too excited.
Yeah.
But... Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about this off the air. We got to keep all this hidden.
Yeah,
like,
this is a secret.
I am actually
That's
holding. I mean,
exceptional.
this is getting so serious that
Like I'm actually proud of you for going through with that.
That I am holding. I guess what is like our is this like a poster?
Yeah, yeah.
That is wow. Yeah, that's gonna be good. So yeah, the 3rd is gonna be really exciting, guys.
Yeah, that's definitely.
That is really good. And
awesome.
Yeah, so yeah, next week we got the recap.
Next week's the rundown.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I think so.
Yeah, we'll get that going. Let's see if we can get
Yeah, so next 3 weeks, pretty good stuff.
Yeah, man, this is
so good.
This is getting serious.
Yeah.
So get excited.
Anyway, so yeah, thanks for listening. If you want to listen to our episodes, go on Spreaker. I think that's where.
Now we're on Spreaker.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're on iTunes and everything else too.
Yeah, but now we're on
But
Spreaker.
if you want to like the network, it's Baycast Radio.
Yeah, because I know. Yeah.
Yeah, we got off SoundCloud because this was.
That's what we got off of SoundCloud. I thought we were getting off of. But yeah, okay. So we're on. Say that word again. Spreaker.
I'll post the link to it.
Yeah, but we're on there. We're on iTunes. We're on Google Play. We're on sometimes Tumblr.
Yeah.
Twitter.
What? Oh yeah, we're on Twitter.
I don't think we have a Facebook, but
we do. I just haven't done nothing with it.
Okay, so we have a Facebook.
I've literally done that. I made the page and then did nothing.
Yeah, all right. I'll get access to that Facebook, so
Yeah.
I'll ruin that, and we'll be good there. But so yeah, we're basically everywhere.
Yeah. So if you see a table, let it know that God, I can't recommend watching the Madea Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Take it out of the room if you have to watch it.
Yeah, avoid it at all costs. Please.
Yeah, no. If you do see a table, tell it like horror stories of Madea. Let it know.
Yeah.
And our guest, do you have anything for us? Anything to say to a table? For people listening, what should they say to a table if they see one?
If it's in the room while that movie's playing, just tell them I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
All right.
Well, see you later, gamers.
See you, gamers.
See you, gamers.